like trash. If my lipstick looks like crap, it's because I just ate. And by ate, I mean brownies, not food. I've had this crap for a while, so this might be a long video. This is just gonna be a video, me casually talking about the crap I've used and how I feel about it. I'm sure you've seen them, you get it. I'm just gonna start grabbing, this is in no particular order. The first thing I see is this Shimmer Lights purple shampoo. My hair for a long time was blonde, and then I went and dyed it like black and gray. And so this is the shampoo I use. I've used many purple shampoos. This one is one of my favorites. I honestly find a lot of them very similar, but this one is pretty cheap compared to a lot of them, and it worked really well. So this is definitely one I would recommend. Next thing I see here is hair, skin, and nails gummies. I had a really bad reaction to bleach one time. It's a long story, but a lot of my hair fell out, and so I did biotin. I did the biotin thing for about a year, and it worked really well. I liked it a lot, but it was breaking out my skin, so I didn't enjoy that, and I stopped. I'm a big fan of gummies because I forget to take pills, and I don't know, I'm just a child and I need gummies. So gummies were the way to go for me, and I really enjoyed these. These were like 10 or 20 bucks for 165, and it lasted quite a while, so big fan, and they tasted good. Tree Hut Sugar Scrubs. I have a ton of these in here. I can see 3 right off the bat. These are my favorite sugar scrubs. I use them a lot in the bath. Supposedly, if you use them enough time, it's supposed to diminish stretch marks, which is why I use them. I'm kind of inconsistent about it, so I have no idea if that's true. I like these because they have big enough granules that it actually feels like it's doing something, but they're somewhat cheap. I think they're about 10 bucks a tub, which is affordable compared to a lot of sugar scrubs. These were the scents Almond and Honey, Brazilian Nut, and Lychee and Plum. I do remember liking the Lychee and Plum. I didn't like the other two, but my favorite one is the mango one by far. Next thing I see is this Julep Rethink Your Shower Hydrating Body Cleansing Oil. I love the L'Occitane cleansing oil, and so I've been trying to find a cheaper alternative. This Julep one is terrible. Do not buy it. It is so thin. It's basically like water. It doesn't do anything. It smells like oranges, which is nice, but yeah, it's definitely a pass. Next, this Vitabath body wash. It was fine. It smelled nice. It was body wash. Nothing remarkable. I have at least 2 of these in here. These are the Tree Hut Bare Moisturizing Shave Oil. These are incredible. So I have them in 2 different scents, I guess. This is the original scent, and this is the pomegranate scent. They both smell the same to me. I don't think the scents really have much scent to them, but I will never buy anything other than these again. I have very like itchy, dry skin, and when I shave, it just gets really itchy and irritated and red bumps, and these make all the freaking difference. Like, I just can't explain how great they are. I've recommended them to a friend, and they said they were life-changing for her. So I definitely recommend these. I will buy these forever. They are totally worth the price. I feel like I go through them kind of fast, but I don't care. Totally worth it. This is one of those really thick kind of jelly things that is supposed to kind of turn into it's supposed to melt and turn into something else. First of all, this will not remove your makeup. I learned that the hard way. I thought it was a makeup remover. It is not. It was fine. It didn't strip my skin, which I liked, but you do go through it kind of quickly, and I don't think I would buy it again. There are just other cleansers I like better. Schmidt's Ylang Ylang deodorant. I have had a fun journey with natural deodorants. I don't sweat much, personally, and so I thought, great, natural deodorants will be fine for me. It was not. Apparently I have sensitive skin and just didn't know it, because this one especially, this was the first one I tried, and it burned my armpits so freaking bad. Like, if I just touched the skin under my arms, I was like ready to cry. It hurt so bad. So obviously I had to stop using it, so I think I only used this for like 2 weeks. But it just was not a fun experience, and I read reviews for this, and actually there were people who had like terrible burns because of it. So I was like, okay, clearly not for me. I guess you can have burns from essential oils, which this has essential oils. This one I also didn't like. I mean, this is just regular deodorant. This is the Nivea Stress Protect deodorant. I just found the deodorant was so hard that it actually hurt putting it on. So I definitely will not be buying this again. I just use the regular like Lady Speed Stick deodorant. Next I have this Acure Rosehip Oil. This was about 12 bucks and I found it hydrating. It didn't do anything crazy great for my skin, but it was a nice oil to hydrate and it was cheap. So that was basically it. I probably wouldn't buy it again though. I just didn't really notice a nice enough difference, and I feel like there are other things I would rather like put the extra money towards and make a difference in my skin. So I have this the Ritual of Dow shower oil. Once again, trying to find a shower oil that I love. This one was definitely better than the Julep one, but still not as good as the L'Occitane one. I really like the foaming shower gel in this scent, but this is not the same scent. It says it is, it's not. I wasn't a fan of this one, so I definitely wouldn't buy it again. It was definitely thicker than the Julep one, which was water, and it lathered nicely, but I just didn't like the scent. This is an Ulta Beauty Tropical Fruit Exfoliating Body Scrub. It smelled nice and it worked well. I would buy these again, but I live in Canada and getting stuff from Ulta is kind of a pain in the ass, so the Tree Hut ones are easier because I can get those from Amazon. But I would say it's about the same as the Tree Hut one if you happen to catch those on sale. Here's a Dove body wash. It was body wash. It smells nice though. It's in the scent Plum and Sakura Blossom. I don't think I had any thoughts on this. It was body wash. It was creamy. Batiste dry shampoo, my favorite dry shampoo. I will buy this forever. I do switch back and forth sometimes. I use the Lush one, which I really like, but I hate that it's like in this stupid flip top thing that you just get a ton of it in your hand and you kind of have to sprinkle around your hair, and it's a pain in the ass. This sprays, it's so much faster. But if they ever put that Lush one in a spray, that will be all I buy. But until then, I will continue buying this. This is a tropical scent. I personally don't give a crap about the scents. I don't even notice it. Here I have a Macadamia Deep Repair Mask. This is my go-to hair repair mask. I've tried other ones, but I always end up going back to this one. This is the one that makes the biggest difference, so I definitely recommend this. I have some little Lalicious sugar scrubs. I personally found these way too sweet and really oily and just like not grainy enough to really do anything, so I wouldn't waste the money on these. Pantene Blowout Extend Dry Shampoo. This was broken. Like, there's actually a ton left in here, but like the sprayer doesn't work. It just like spits at you, so not a fan of that. Oh, and it smells weird. Equate Foam Bath. This is a huge container and it's not super expensive. I like it. I'd buy it again. It doesn't make as many bubbles as I want. I'm a huge fan of bubble baths. Definitely doesn't make the bubbles that I want, but I mean, it was cheap and it smells nice. Overtone. I should have a couple of these in here somewhere. Oh, here's another one. I bought 3 of these Overtone masks because I wanted to try out the different colors. So this was back when I had gray and black hair. This one's Vibrant Silver, Extreme Silver, and Pastel Silver. They pretty much all look the same. I thought there would be a huge difference in like the tone, but no, these were basically all the same. I'd say these little 2-ounce things gave me like 2 treatments each, so I had like 6 in between these, but like I really don't think it makes that big of a difference which extreme or pastel or whatever, but I did really like them. They definitely gave an intense color. I did learn to not do it on wet hair. That is a freaking waste of time. Definitely put it on dry hair and wait as long as you freaking want and then wash it out, but personally the Arctic Fox is cheaper, so I would probably go that way because I also have used that and does pretty much the same thing, but it costs less. Here's another one of those Lalicious things. I don't like it. Ooh, I got this body scrub from Ipsy. It's from the brand Beauty Kitchen, Heather Mariana, I don't know, but I freaking loved it. I understand that it's kind of like a DIY sort of stitch, like I'm pretty sure it's just sugar and essential oils and some scent or something, I don't know, but I loved it so much. I actually really like the ones that are just kind of big granules of sugar with oil and scent. I would buy it again if it wasn't like super expensive and hard to get here in Canada. I have this Garnier Micellar Water. I liked it, took off my makeup, not much else to say about it. Didn't burn my skin, that's a plus. Once again, I kind of have sensitive skin, so that does happen. Ole Henriksen African Red Tea Foaming Cleanser. I actually really love this stuff. I would totally buy this again. It doesn't strip my oils and it lasted so freaking long. I swear to God, this was the bottle that never ended. This is a tiny travel size bottle and it lasted me such a long time. I really, really like this. A little goes a long way. But it's not going to clean off your makeup or anything. That's like for double cleansing. Sebastian Dry Shampoo. Don't like it as much as Batiste. Batiste is where it's at. Sexy Hair Bath & Body Lavender and Chamomile. I hate the scent Lavender and Chamomile. This is a body wash. I use this for traveling, but yeah, I hated the scent. I have a bunch of these. These are my favorite sponges, these Real Technique ones. I've used beauty blenders, but these work just as well and are way cheaper. Also, I bought a ton of them once at, I want to say Kohl's, and so I got them all for like $2 each. I think I'm almost out of them now. I think I have 2 left. I'm really bummed about it. Ooh, more biotin. I think I actually like these ones better than these ones. They're tougher, but they have a better flavor. So these are the Vitafusion Extra Strength Biotin ones. So yeah, these ones over these ones. Tresemme Dry Shampoo. I hated this stuff. It left my hair greasier than when I started. More Batiste, because it's a bomb. I have this Cremo Moisturizing Shave Cream in Coconut Mango. I found this stuff to be a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're supposed to like really make it wet somehow. I know that sounds dumb, because like you're in the bath, it should be easy to make it wet, but for some reason it just like was not working for me, and it's just not as good as this stuff. It's okay, but this is better. Project Beauty Hair Gurt in Strawberry Banana Shampoo. This stuff did nothing for my hair, it just didn't clean it properly, but it smelled amazing. But yeah, I wouldn't buy it again. Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Moist. I actually really like this stuff. This is just like, it's supposed to be a deep conditioning mask, but this is what I use for conditioner because I've dyed my hair a lot. So there's a lot of damage there. So for me, I just skip conditioner and just use deep conditioners, or at least I did back then. I have a whole other hair routine now, it's a mess. But when I was using deep conditioner, this was a favorite because it was real cheap and it did the job really well, and it was kind of like a good go-between between conditioner and crazy deep conditioning mask where I really could use this as conditioner every day and it was great. Ooh, Oribe Superfine Hairspray. I loved this stuff. This stuff is exactly what it says. It is so super fine that it just like, it holds your hairstyle, but it's thin enough that like I can brush my hands through my hair and like it just doesn't make your hair this like crazy hard hat. So I appreciate that a lot, and if I was rich I would buy this literally all the time, but I'm not, so I would just rather do without hairspray, but this is definitely a favorite hairspray. Another Oribe product. I have a lot of these little travel size Orbes because they came in a lot of Birch boxes back when I did that. I love this dry texture spray. Once again, if I was rich, this is all I would buy because this texture spray is so good. It makes your hair look so nice and fluffy, and I love it. Sad. This one, on the other hand, is terrible. This is the Après Beach Wave spray from Oribe, and it is goddamn awful. Like, it made my hair so greasy and gross and just not cute. There's probably still a ton in here. Yeah, there is, because like I just hated it. I have this NYX HD concealer in the shade, I don't know, white as fuck, CW01. I love this concealer a lot. This is like my go-to drugstore concealer probably. I just find it looks great under my eyes. It doesn't crease as much as a lot of them do, so I would definitely buy this again if it's still around. This is some sort of rose bubble bath. I mean, I really like the packaging. I hate the scent of rose, and I do remember it didn't make enough bubbles, but that seems to be a common complaint of mine. Another Batiste dry shampoo. This is just a Skintimate shave gel. Like I said, I'm never going to buy another shave gel other than those Tree Hut ones, so this was fine, but didn't help me with like razor burn, so. Oh yeah, fun story. I bought this Laneige lip sleeping mask because everyone goes on about how great it is, and I bought it off eBay like an idiot, and I was like, I don't understand why everybody loves this. It is terrible. I would put it on my lips and it would just dry down and make this really weird film on my lips, and I hated it. And turns out it is definitely not the real legit Laneige sleeping mask. I'm surprised I didn't get some sort of disease. Don't buy your skincare on eBay, kids. I got the real one from Sephora, and yep, it's great. This is terrible. I have a First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This is my go-to moisturizer in the winter. It is nice and thick, and I have super dry skin, so I love this. Lalicious Brown Sugar Vanilla Shower Oil. Once again, I was looking for a shower oil. This is definitely like the runner-up to L'Occitane. I still like the L'Occitane one more. This one was nice and thick and lathered well and cleaned well, so I did really like it. I do prefer the scent of the L'Occitane one though, and they're about the same price. So still choosing the L'Occitane over this, but this was a decent one. Especially if you don't like the scent of the L'Occitane one. Here's the one I really, really love. This is a shower gel that comes out as like a gel, but like it immediately foams up when you add water to it, and it smells incredible. Oh, yum. So the scent is White Lotus and Yi Yu Ren. It just smells so good. Like, I'm not someone who's super into floral scents, but this scent is amazing. Yeah, I love it. I would definitely buy this again. Rituals, once again, though, is like kind of hard to get here in Canada, but I just love this so much. It's just so luxurious and nice. I'm so excited about this. Here's a mini L'Occitane almond shower oil. This stuff smells amazing. I love it. Like I've said many times, I will definitely buy the full size of this at some point. I have this Kapari Coconut Crush Scrub. I didn't like this at all. I just found it did nothing. It just wasn't gritty enough, so pass. Amika Dry Shampoo. Not into it. Like Batiste better. CoverGirl Aqua Smoothers Foundation in the shade Ivory. I love this foundation. Nobody talks about it, but I think it's great. I have really dry skin, and I just find that this is my go-to for a foundation that looks and sits okay on my shitty dry skin. I also find that I can build it up pretty well, and I've worn it, obviously, a ton. And I have already repurchased it, and I will continue to repurchase it. I have a couple samples of the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer. I really like this primer. Like I said, I have dry skin and I need something that's hydrating, and this is my favorite of the hydrating primers so far, so I will be picking up a full size at some point after I'm done some more of the primers that I still have. I have a ton of these little Marcel makeup removers because I got a bunch of them from Birchbox. They work well. They take off my makeup, they don't sting my eyes, so I'm a fan. I probably wouldn't buy it again though, because I think you can get just as good makeup remover for cheaper. Vasanti Brighten Up Face Exfoliator. I really like this stuff. It's just gritty enough to actually get some crap off your face. It really helps with my dry skin before I apply makeup, and I would buy this full size if I did physical exfoliating, but I just prefer chemical exfoliating because I'm lazy and it's easy. I'm actually surprised I don't have more of these. Once again, something I got a ton of from Birchbox. These are the Beauty Protector Protect and Detangle. I have 3 little mini sizes. I would totally buy the full size of this if I could, but I live in Canada, pain in the ass. Canada's a shit show. Anyway, this is my favorite detangler by far. I love the scent of it. It is so sweet. My boyfriend absolutely hates it, and also, like, be careful because if you spray it anywhere, you might slip and die. But it is a really good detangler. It works so well, and I just find I haven't found a detangler since that works as well as this one. I have a couple of these number 4 Prep and Protect things. I have no idea if these heat protectants work, but I would like to believe that they do. These ones didn't make my hair greasy or weigh down my hair, so I was a fan. Urban Decay All Nighter. It's a great setting spray. I like it. I will repurchase it again. Briogeo Reparative Leave-In Conditioning Spray. I know I'm like the only one on the internet, but I don't like Briogeo products. I used all this up, but I didn't really find it did anything to my hair. I've used their leave-in mask many times, and every time I'm super disappointed because I actually think it leaves my hair drier than it started. I have this R&Co Death Valley Dry Shampoo. I don't like this. I found it didn't really do enough for my hair, and my hair ended up feeling greasy really quickly. Nip and Fab Glycolic Fix Daily Cleansing Pads. I really like these. I love anything that's already pre-soaked on a pad because I am lazy. And this was so easy at the end of the day to just like go like this on my face and have that be my chemical exfoliator. And I did find it helped. I didn't have to use a physical exfoliator, and I was able to apply makeup onto my skin without seeing like super dry patches. So I would totally buy this again. I have 2 of these Too Faced Better Than Sex sample mascaras. I love this mascara. It's great. You do have to let it dry out a little bit, so kind of open it and shut it and leave it for a week. Don't leave it open, I just mean let it, a little bit of air get in there and then shut it and leave it. And then it's great. I'm actually still using a full-size Too Faced Better Than Sex right now, so I'm a big fan. I have this Pixie Hydrating Milky Serum. I like this product. It's a good serum, it's hydrating. The problem is this terrible freaking applicator. It's a dropper and it sucks because the product is so thick that getting enough into the dropper and then like out onto your hand, it's terrible. So even though I like this product, I wouldn't purchase again because of this terrible application process. It should be in a squeezy too. Macadamia Dry Shampoo, I liked it perfectly fine, but the Batiste is cheaper and works just as well. NARS eyeshadow base, I actually really like this a lot. I'm not super picky on eye primers, honestly, but this one was nice. Would I buy it again? Probably not, because there are cheaper ones that work just as good. Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. I don't like this. I don't find it does anything. I find that the sprayer sprays way too much. I just have way more setting sprays that I like better. I am going to keep this and use it to wet my eyeshadows though. These are a bunch of different leave-in sprays, one from Revlon, one from Matrix, one from Redken, and one from 12 Benefits. None of them were that good. They worked fine for my hair, but they weren't life-changing. I wouldn't buy any of them again. I have this sample of Sunday Riley Good Genes. I've gone through a couple of these samples. I love this stuff. It is such a good chemical exfoliator, and if I was less poor or had any decent amount of money, I would totally buy this. I will buy this at some point. I'm determined. I know they've done some shady ass things, but goddamn does this work well. That also goes for the Luna Sleeping Oil. I notice an immediate difference in my skin when I use this the night before. It looks so good the next day. So much smoother. It makes such a difference in your texture, and like together, this product with the last one, so bomb. I have this Kate Somerville Exfoliate. This is a really good exfoliating treatment. It's got a chemical exfoliator in it as well as a physical exfoliator, and you kind of just leave it on your face for a couple minutes. It is intense and it works really well. The problem is that you cannot use it a couple days in a row. I learned that the hard way when I was going to a bachelorette party, and I used it the day before and then the day of, and I had this huge red splotch on my face because like it was way too intense and was like burning my skin. So I would purchase, I actually do have another one of these and I am going to use it. I really like it. You just have to be careful with it. I've gone through a bunch of different face cream samples. I have one from Belief, Aqua Bomb. I have this Drunk Elephant Lala Retro sample, the Bobbi Brown face cream, and Algenist Firming and Lifting Cream. I didn't have any thoughts on the Algenist. I didn't really get the hype about the Belief one. It was fine, but I did really like these two. The Bobbi Brown one is a great primer, and this Drunk Elephant one is very thick and moisturizing. And then I also have this sample of the Tarte Maracuja Eye Treatment. I've gone through a couple of these samples, and I don't find they do anything spectacular. This is just a sample of Lychee Body Wash, but goddamn, it smelled good. I think it's from Jelly Pollen Pollen. Yeah, I would totally buy this again. It smelled amazing. I went through a ton of these Tarte little mini samples of their sun tanner. I did some self-tanning for a wedding. I don't self-tan ever. And I was then like a million shades darker than I am now, so I immediately had to go buy another foundation. It was actually the CoverGirl foundation, and I bought it in their darkest shade, and it still wasn't dark enough. So then I spent like a good 4 hours the night before the wedding trying to scrub the crap out of myself to get this freaking self-tanner off. I did get enough off that I looked like a normal human being the next day, so thank God for that. But yeah, self-tanner is not for me. Fresh Sugar Lip Balms. I love these. They feel like butter going down your lips. It's amazing. I would totally spend the money for them because they are that good. Aquaphor Lip Balms. This is a lip balm I use a lot. I have the big tube now. This is just a little tiny itty bitty tube. Definitely don't buy these little itty bitty like lip tubes. Just buy the full tube. It's the same shit, and it's cheaper to get the bigger tube. You get a lot more. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, it works so well as like a night treatment or a day treatment. It's great. This was another heat protectant spray. This one's from Fido. It was fine. I have no idea. Like, what do you say about heat protectant sprays? As long as they don't weigh your hair down or make your hair greasy, you just have to hope they're working. I have two different eyebrow pencils here. This one is from NYX Microbrow, and this is one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. These are the same pencil. I don't care what anyone says. These are literally the same. I loved them both, but why would I spend the money on Anastasia when I can just get the next one for half the price? The thing is, I use pomade now because I just find that it gives me like a cleaner line. I can't get clean lines with brow pencils. I don't know what I'm doing for some reason. So I probably won't buy those again, just simply because I'm buying pomades now. I have this Makeup Raw Sauce toner essence. maple water. I don't know. I don't know what it does, but it was really good. It was really hydrating. It's very much kind of like taking a sheet mask, but without the mask part. You're just getting like the slime that's on the sheet mask. So I really like this, and I would totally buy this again. I think this was like $14, and it lasted me quite a while. I have a couple samples of this Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I also liked this. This and the First Aid Beauty Smoothie Primer. I really like both of them, and I would consider buying this again. Or not again, I would consider buying it. I have a little sample of this Pixi Glow Tonic. I've gone through a couple of these samples. I like them. They're a good chemical exfoliator. I already have a big one waiting for me, so. Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. No joke, I've been decluttering and I found 6 of these open already. A bunch of them can probably be thrown out because they're probably dried out. But yeah, I love this mascara. I collected these samples and I still love them. It's still one of my favorite mascaras. It's great. This is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara. I thought this was a great layering mascara. It was a great one to go in with to kind of give you length while you use something else to give you volume, because a lot of the mascaras I love are more for volume than length. So it was a good pairing mascara. GlossierBomb.com. I love this stuff. The only problem is I eventually became allergic to it because I guess I let it expire. I lost it for several months. It was under my bed, and when I started using it again, my lips just like got so gross immediately. They started getting these like white bumps on them. It was gross. I'm not gonna go into the details, but I thought something was wrong and it took me like 2 weeks to figure out it was this. But yeah, it's freaking fantastic, great, cheap. I think it's like $12, and it's a fantastic overnight lip mask, and I would totally buy it again. I have this Origins Nitamins face cream. I've gone through a couple of these. I wouldn't buy them again. I didn't find they did anything amazing to my skin. Next thing I have is this Algenist Genius Melting Cleanser. I actually really like this. It lasted a very, very long time. I like that it was kind of this thick gel that when you spread it, it turned into an oil and broke things down, but then as you added water to it, it turned into like this milky cleanser. I really liked it, and I would totally buy it again. Next, I have these 2 Herbal Essences Set Me Up gels. So I'm doing the CGM thing, which is called the Curly Girl method, where you can only use products that are water soluble. So they have to, all the ingredients have to be able to break up with water. It's a whole thing, I shouldn't get into it now, but basically it involves using a lot of gel. I use these 2 Herbal Essences gels all up because holy crap, you go through gel quickly with this routine. This is not my hair with the Curly Girl method. I didn't do it today because I was lazy. I like these gels. I'm trying some other gels right now because this was the first one I ever really tried. But I did really like it, and I would go back to it because it is very cheap compared to some of the other gels, and it did work really well. It put my hair in a nice cast. The other thing I used during the Curly Girl method is this VO5 Strawberries and Cream Moisturizing Conditioner. I really like this stuff. It smelled really good, and it worked to wash my hair surprisingly, so it was a great co-wash. I've already bought it just in 2 different scents, and I get it from the dollar store, which is bomb. I don't know if I would use this as just a conditioner because I don't think it's that moisturizing, but as a co-wash, it's great. And then I also have this Diva Curl Waves Ahead Low Poo Delight. This was great. It's like a low shampoo, so it's not as stripping as a regular shampoo, but it's not co-washing. This was the first thing I used when I switched to the Curly Girl method, and I feel like I was spoiled by it. I would totally buy this all the time if I could afford it, but like it's really expensive. So it's great if you can afford it. And that's all my garbage. I'm so looking forward to throwing all this crap out. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll come back again soon. Bye.